Do we just not have an idea for a cold opening?
That was the best cold open we've ever done.
Please don't cut that out. Just leave it in.
Oh. That was the plan.
Just
Cut it
cold
out.
silence to start the podcast. Make everybody think they have audio issues.
It was a good 10 seconds too, because I timed it.
It's pretty solid.
There's a podcast I've listened to a few times where they have multiple episodes where like somebody will tell a joke and they all laugh and then they all kind of do that like and then it's just like 20 seconds of just like and it's just like awkward silence and then the episode just hard cuts.
That's awesome.
Okay, we can't have 2 awkward silences in the first 2 minutes.
Not even first 2 minutes. First minute.
Hey, do you guys think we're busy with our regular lives? Like, do you guys like anyone that's listening? Do you guys like ever wonder if we like just have so much stuff going on that we can't think about good cold open ideas? Because if you did wonder, you don't have to anymore.
You got proof. You got evidence.
Yeah.
This is the Fake Racers
Yeah.
podcast.
How about this? Did you guys check out the meteor shower any point this weekend?
No,
I did not.
there was a meteor shower.
Yeah, like really big one.
There was a MiG fighter jet that crashed at the air show here.
Dude, I saw that. Yeah.
No, everyone
Everyone was
saw
okay.
No one saw the damn.
That's
No
good.
one saw the
I've been reading.
Presides meteor shower, whatever. No
Been
big
doing nerd
deal.
stuff.
That's
I bought
fine.
all the Lord of the Rings books, so
Only like
Okay.
hundreds of shooting star meteors going into the sky. No big deal.
Apparently Davey's on
Just
one
like a
tonight.
Big meteor shower. What?
yeah. I've
Why
been
are
making,
you
like, an active...
mad?
I'm not mad.
Why are you
Just-
disappointed?
Just really a really cool thing. Everyone's talking about.
No
the big
one's saying it wasn't cool.
Whatever. Let's just start the show.
Davey, you should have flew up here if you wanted to go to the meteor shower. I would have went with you if you would have flew up here.
You always say that.
Because it's true.
Yeah, but you always say, "Oh, you fly up here." There's
Yeah.
nothing to do up there.
That's a lie.
What's there to do?
You can go hiking.
You can go hiking anywhere.
Okay.
You can go hiking. That's not a thing to do, okay? Hiking is... we can go on walks.
There's a way to get to something to do.
We can go hiking. We can traverse. I can do that right now.
I'm sorry, my state's economy isn't built on tourism.
Well, what can I say? I had a good time though. I saw like I was only out for like an hour or so. At like 2-3 in the morning, went out to the beach in Jack's Beach. Saw like a dozen meteors. It was
cool.
freaking awesome.
That's badass.
Nice.
I loved it. How about a Fake Racers astronomy trip?
Okay. Where are we going?
We go space.
That's duh. What, idiot. Like, where do you think we're going?
I'm just like envisioning us like strapped to the back of a rocket ship.
Yeah,
Get
we're-
in the rocket ship, Joe.
No, it's like we're like when people used to like hop on freight trains to get across the country during the Great Depression. We're gonna do that on Bezos' rocket. We're just gonna bum a ride off of them.
we got our knapsack on a stick. you
Yeah.
know?
That's what I'm seeing in my head. So
Yeah.
like literally.
Oh,
No.
God.
I love it. This is great.
Well, I think we have the thumbnail for this week.
What if I told you I actually made the thumbnail before we started this broadcast
Wow.
for the first time ever?
Wow. We
Yeah,
better
we'll
talk about the thing you made a thumbnail of. I bet it's Michael McDowell.
It
Let's not
is.
talk about him at all. Let's not talk Matt.
No.
We're not talking about
Yeah.
Michael McDowell at all. We're gonna ruin the thumbnail.
Okay, well, this is Fake Racers podcast, folks, and as always,
What-
Davey
what
and Matt
cup
are here
race?
trying to throw everything off kilter, but that's
That's my
okay.
job.
No kidding. But I'm Joe. To my left on your screen is Davey, who's now blurry and out of focus.
I know. I just noticed that it went out of focus. I didn't even move. Like I was just sitting here.
And then down below is Matthew. And if you're listening to this, directions don't matter. Crazy.
I'm gonna now only be in the right ear of your headphones. If I go over here,
What if I?
Joe hard pan me to one side.
Ah.
Davy's
just sound
internet's
far
not
away.
cooperating.
Yeah, I
God,
was gonna say everyone's internet's gonna cycle tonight.
Yeah.
It's just
My internet was really good just now.
it was, and then it just
You went to like 1 frame per second for a hot minute there.
I'm next.
Maybe I was just moving like that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Davey became stop motion for a second there.
Hey, you know a thing or two about that, don't you?
I do.
I'm the Makita Truck Series now.
It's gonna be in season 3.
I don't know what I took before we started recording, but it must have been pretty good.
Must have been. You know who else was pretty good?
Who, Joe?
Michael McDowell. Pew, pew,
Damn
pew,
right.
pew. Let's open up old hot lap segment here. Michael McDowell, he won it.
Dominated.
Dominated.
Not just one.
Easy.
One win is not accurate
Dominated.
for what he did. He
Oh, yeah.
he dominated. That was his race, 100% all the way through.
Yeah.
Do you guys think if Suarez doesn't make that mistake, he
Suarez
keeps the fight
didn't
up?
even make a mistake.
Well,
Or
you know what I
crew.
mean.
Let's
The crew.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely thought if the 99 team didn't mess up that last stop, I think Suarez would have won because I think he was a little bit faster at the end there.
I think dirty air is a thing on road courses,
Dirty air is a thing.
and especially a road course like this where you have kind of some more sweeping corners.
It was also still impressive to watch. Like Chase did kind of get that gap down, and I don't know what exactly magic he put into his driving the last like lap or two, but he cut the gap in half.
I don't
I don't know why. I don't know what was going on. I mean, maybe McDowell was slowing it down, but like that's a lot to. Like it was getting like close.
Mhm.
Maybe that's just like McDowell not really knowing how to control a race in that fashion, so it just kind of maybe got out of hand a little bit. But like it got probably a little too close for comfort. At least if I were in the 34 car.
A little bit. I think he was just stuck behind the 42 and
That's
whoever was in front of him for a while too.
That's
Because as soon as he got by Rockenfeller, that's when he really started to chip away at him. But he just ran out of time, I think.
That too. That's true.
Yeah. Yeah, it's it kind of like a tale of two missed shots because with Chase Elliott they missed their shot to win and it feels like they're in desperation mode now.
Yep.
Suarez, they kind of missed their shot, but they knocked so many points out of the gap to the 23
They halved it.
that it kind of doesn't matter. So
They halved it. It was 58 points, I think, 56 coming into this
it
race.
was in the 50s, I know that, yeah.
And it's 28 now. So
Yep.
figured you could probably get 28 next week too, and make it a heads-up race at Daytona. There isn't a new winner next week.
Yep.
Which, I mean, it's super likely that there's a new winner next week. I think that just we are once again like last year was like the big story because are we gonna get 16 winners? But like this year the playoff grid is just as unpredictable.
And the other thing about last year is we got so many winners, so many different winners at the start of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Where this year it's been as of late, right?
Oh yeah,
Chris Buescher, McDowell. That's really it, I guess. I don't know. But it feels like Chase or Suarez could win this next week. Heck, throw Todd Gilliland in there because he was fifth quick or he was like third quick in practice or quickest or something crazy. He was fast, and he was fast at Watkins Glen last year. People forget.
I remember he and McDowell were running 1-2 for a while in that race too.
Yep.
A lot of guys this race with good runs that either needed them for points or needed them just for the sake of their season. Alex Bowman.
Yeah.
I know Matt was waiting to bring that one up, but Alex Bowman had a freaking great run.
They finally just like stayed out of trouble for a race, and it finally paid off. So.
Yeah, I wonder how much of that still too is him healing from his back injury. I know.
Yeah.
I know Denny has spoke of this where like it's the same injury he had in 2013, and he was god awful that year because he just couldn't feel the car.
It took him basically all year to get back to where he was. And like a big part of it too is like the speed's been there. This is the first time they really ran top 5 all day. Is just like Alex making mistakes, which you could, maybe boil it down to his health or whatever, or miscues or just caught up in the wrong place at the wrong time. And this one, it was just one of those races where it was like, you're on your own for the whole thing. nobody around near you in front or behind. Just do your thing, and you're going to get a top 5. So, as a much needed break. And I mean, same thing for Chase Elliott too. Even if they weren't able to pull it off, those two guys who absolutely needed that kind of run.
Yeah.
Needed it.
But that's going to make Watkins Glen especially spicy, I think. I think the 9 car is going to be lights out quick, and they are going to be extremely aggressive trying to go for the race win, because they are that is, in my opinion, their only chance. I don't think they're going to win Daytona, and I don't think you can count on winning Daytona.
No.
Especially too, if you're in Rick Hendrick's position where you have 2 of your drivers that need to win their way in. It's like, okay, let's focus, let's aim for Watkins Glen for Chase, and then maybe we can basically get everybody to push Alex Bowman at Daytona or whatever, and just go full team orders.
Well, and the other thing is, Penske feels like they're going to be in that situation with the 2 car.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Gibbs, sorry, Bubba, but Toyota Gibbs, they're going to be pushing the 54 like crazy. God knows what Stuart Haas Racing is going to be doing. Because say we get a new winner next week, well, it could end up being a battle between the 6 and the 4 for that last spot on points if we got a new winner at Daytona like we did last year.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
God, man.
So they were talking Keselowski's team. They were really pushing to try to gain points on the 4 car. That's why they stayed out so long. They went to the end of stage 2, and they were trying to.
Wow.
Yeah. It's like 3 points.
Yeah, it's
2 points.
It's 2.
Yeah. It's even
2.
worse. I love it.
Wow. I didn't even. I wasn't even clocking that battle. Holy crap.
So and the Fords have just all been good, and that's the other thing. They're Fords, right? They're same manufacturer. Same thing with the Toyotas with the 23 and 54. If it comes to that, same manufacturer. And we all know how important manufacturers have been on the super speedways. So it's going to be an interesting balancing act there. Because you might be in a situation where you have 2 guys going for points, or you could have, well, it feels like either way you're going to have 2 guys going for points right now with the it's going to be the 99 and 23, or it'll be the 2 and the 4.
Yep.
So because if we don't have a new winner this next week, the 2 or the 6 and the 4, I'm sorry, that was mistake.
I knew what you meant.
But the 6 and the 4, the 6 and the 4 are safe pretty much if we don't have a new winner this week. If we do have a new winner, they're not safe. So it's another thing to watch there between those 2 cars. Can Kevin Harvick make the playoffs in his last year? Can Brad Keselowski make the playoffs for the first time as an owner?
If you're 23-11 too, you are Michael McDowell's biggest cheerleader next week too. Because you're banking on. I mean, obviously Tyler Reddick's got a chance. He's a good road racer, but you're like, okay, McDowell's probably going to be on a hot streak. He just won. Yeah, or Larson. You're rooting for all those past winners who aren't named Daniel Suarez right now. So, yeah, because the last thing that you really want to do is go into Daytona we're in the last spot situation like Truex was last year.
Yeah, not the place you want to be. You don't want to have to rely on Daytona. Like the end of your regular season, you should put it in your calendar as this weekend.
Yeah. Well, and the worst thing is too. I mean, say the 23 goes in, they only end up losing 15 points this weekend to the bubble, and it's a 13-point gap with the 99. Well, what do you do? Because you go up front and try to race for points, or do you try to set yourself up to win the race because you could just have a new winner and it's all for naught anyways? So.
Yeah. And this is like what I was talking about at Richmond, where 23-11 missed their shot. It seemed like big time there. Is they had their chance to win their way in, and it was mistakes on pit road again that cost them those problems. And it's like now you're in a situation where you have to go to Watkins Glen and perform, because if Suarez smells blood in the water and doesn't win this week, then it's all bets are off at Daytona, because Suarez is going to be fast next week in theory. But...
Listen, I just want to. You can say what you want. I don't love it either about Daytona being the final race of the regular season championship, but damn if it isn't entertaining.
It's not compelling.
This is genuinely, it's gonna be super intense in a couple weekends in Florida. It's just gonna be next level. I'm gonna be there. for Xfinity race, so I'm pretty excited. And I'm just so excited. I don't love it. I understand that it's kind of, it's not the best way to round off the season in like an organic way, but it's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
Do we get Davey on location?
If you sponsor me for cup tickets, or just pay me once.
IndyCar
Thanks.
had a spectacular battle at the end. Graham Rahal was trying to hunt down Scott Dixon, who, if you didn't know and you weren't reminded 100 times during the broadcast, spun out early in the race. But spin and win, Scott Dixon extends his win streak to 18 seasons. Sounds like something crazy like that.
I have a question for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Regarding this, I just gotta ask you guys. Have you guys counted Scott Dixon out yet?
I'm still counting him out.
Wow.
Mostly
Wow.
just for me, but
Joe?
I never count Scott Dixon out.
That's smart.
Especially after all the Ganassi stuff this past weekend, but
No.
spicy.
yeah.
I don't even know where to begin with that stuff. We already did this last year.
We did
Why are we
this
doing
last
this
year
again?
because Chip Ganassi's statement was freaking hilarious, man. I used to have so much respect for McLaren, but I don't like the new ownership. I have no respect for them, to paraphrase what he said. So Zach Brown, get bodied.
Tea has been spilled.
Oh, that was funny.
It was funny.
God.
Chip Ganassi's crazy, man. Crazy, man.
Also, I hate to rewind after we've already kind of moved on. I'm curious what you guys thought of the. I'm curious of what you guys thought of the Cup race as far as like I saw a lot. There's a lot of weird discourse online that it wasn't very good. I thought it was very good.
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Go ahead, Joe.
This is what you wanted. Like,
I know. I agree.
that's the crazy thing. This is what
I
people
agree.
wanted. They
We
wanted
wanted this.
green flag. They wanted no stage breaks. They wanted an Indy race that wasn't filled with crashes. But this road course sucks. So it either sucks because there's a bunch of crashes and restarts, or it sucks because we have good green flag racing the whole day. So it just sucks, I guess, even though it doesn't, and it's a good racetrack. Now, granted, go back to the Oval, please. We talked about it last week. We're not going to talk about it again this week.
Actually, you know what? Nah, screw that. I'm annoyed we're going to the Oval.
Okay.
I'm annoyed.
All right.
I can't wait for us to go to the Oval and in 5 years and be like, man, remember when we used to race the road course?
I
That's
don't
so
care.
cool.
Switch back and forth.
This
I
is
don't
what
care.
they took from us is going to be
Yeah.
like the viral tweet in 2 years' time when the grandstands have 8 people.
Literally,
in them for
people
the
are already
Oval.
doing that for the Gen 6 cars. So, like, let's stop. Let's stop trying to tweet for clout or X or post or whatever.
Dude, the revisionist history around the Brickyard 400 as if people didn't bitch about it for 20 years.
Well,
and
they
then as
didn't.
soon as we go to something fun. And...
No, let's be fair. They bitched about it for like 10 years.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
I'll
that's
give you
probably
10.
accurate.
10
you
to
10.
13. Let's say
Yeah.
2009 and onward, they bitched about it. Okay,
The
because we
Gen
all know what
6
happened in
era-
2008.
The Gen 6 era, the Brickyard 400 was the worst race on the schedule every year, and I don't think that's an over-exaggeration. It was awful. Name a thing that happened in the 2013 Brickyard 400.
Ryan Newman won.
That's literally the only thing people remember.
His pole app. I don't know.
I agree with you, Matt. Cool. Try it. If it works, that's going to be awesome. But if it doesn't work, meet me here on this podcast in one goddamn year, and me and Matt can say we told you so.
Yeah.
I don't
To your
care.
face.
Listen, here's the thing. I don't care if it doesn't work out because guess what? You can always switch back. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Stop,
I also want to be...
stop being like, oh, we have to do this for the next 10 years. No, we don't. We thought we had to do the road course for the next 10 years. We did it for 3.
Yeah, I also want to make it clear, I'm not rooting for the Oval to fail. I want good
Right,
racing.
yeah, exactly.
But it's like,
Now you're rooting for it.
there's a historical precedent that like stock cars on Indy, not very good races. So, I don't know.
And we've
it's
had
like-
3 pretty
Yeah.
decent races at the very least, albeit
last-
a little
No,
chaotic.
this race was boring, Davey. There were no
Last
wrecks.
year's Indy race was a mess. The 2021 race was awesome
amazing
until
I
the
was
curb
there.
came apart.
I was
and
there.
then the race became a complete
Can you-
disaster after that.
I still remember being in the grandstand down there in road course turn 1 and just seeing all whatever we did the podcast after it. I go back and watch that. I don't like we didn't know what was going on in the grandstands because we didn't have a scanner. Just cars every time they went through there just going everywhere, and then after the race saying, "Oh, it's because the curb came up." I'm like, "Oh, that makes sense." But then it was like, how are we this dumb? Just remove the curb. But they did that, so at least they changed it or something. I don't know.
They
awesome.
took it. It was immediately after the wreck when it ripped the nose off Byron's car. They took the whole curb out.
They had people's like the under parts of like people like someone's splitter was like stuck in it. That was, like the funniest thing. Like some corner worker had to go over there and pull that shit out like Excalibur.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, and
the best part about it too was the next restart when Bowman shoved, I think it was McDowell into the turtle curb and just launched him into the air. It was so good.
I remember that. It's like literally the first restart after.
Just junk the whole field again. Why not?
Oh my god.
Yeah. Outside of that, Indy Road Course has been pretty awesome.
Agreed.
So, yeah.
Sad to see it go, but hope the oval's good.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know if it's gone yet. We think
if
it's gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
The renewal package has the car going the right way down the front straightaway.
Ty Gibbs won an Xfinity, and he did some weird burnouts.
Care to
I don't really know anything else
extrapolate?
that happened in the race. So,
what's up?
Care to extrapolate?
Extrapolate what exactly?
Your
You mean
thought.
explain? I can explain. Well, it's like
Very hostile.
Ty Gibbs won an Xfinity Series race, and he's like,
It's Indy.
he's like doing burnouts on the backstretch
It's
and
Indy.
in all of the runoffs. I get it, but like
Give the
number
fans
one,
a show.
like he was doing burnouts where there were no fans. Number one, let me preface this. I understand winning a race is a big deal. I understand Brickyard's a big deal. Take your happy ass to the front stretch and go do your burnouts. Okay, don't do burnouts. He did burnouts across the whole entire road course. Like, while traffic was coming. Like, in people's way. You won an Xfinity Series race. You won like 30 of them last season. Win a cup race and do that, that's fine. Win your first cup race, especially, that's fine. You won your 18th Xfinity Series race. Like, shut up, dude.
Yeah, I love the social media straw manning that was happening too, because like he like pulls off into the runoff and he's like whipping donuts around and then does pretty sick ass drift across the track, not gonna lie, and leaves a giant wall of smoke as half the field is trying to get to pit road behind him. Like, I don't know where this kid is. He's somewhere in this wall of smoke. And then you see people like, oh, nobody had problems when H.A. Allmendinger did it 9 years ago. And it was like, yeah, because there's a mile of runoff at Watkins Glen, and he was off in a different time zone when he was doing it.
And H.A. Allmendinger also like wasn't doing it in the track or in every single corner. Like,
yeah.
Ty Gibbs pulled off at turn 1, pulled off at 4, pulled off in the backstretch chicane, pulled off at the end of the backstretch, did some more in the short chute, and then went to the front stretch and did even more. Not necessary. Not necessary. I'm sorry. Cool burnouts. I'm glad you're happy.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Don't be weird. Like,
I think Tony Stewart did something similar to that when he won at Sonoma in 2016, but it was like after everybody was off the track. He was like, hey, I'm going to do a little lap because this is probably the last time I'm going to do this. So, yeah, it's just like chill. Just take it down a notch.
Chill.
Or just like do it somewhere safe and like maybe once or twice.
Yeah.
Not like every corner.
Shit. It's already been rough enough for Sheldon Creed, okay? He doesn't need to be wondering where he's going post race.
I hate to say it. I have to pray on Sheldon Creed's downfall at this point. It's
Is that who Klingerman's trying to catch?
Yes. And like Sheldon Creed got a penalty, and Parker Kligerman was like barely on the lead lap. And like I'm thinking like, oh, this is a great opportunity for Parker Kligerman. Like he's back on the lead lap, and he's gonna be able to make some spots. And Sheldon Creed followed him all the way through the field. I was so pissed. I was so pissed off. Followed him the whole way. I was so mad.
He really did. Yeah, they finished 7th and 8th.
I know. Like I'm so mad. I was like, this is a great opportunity, isn't it? And it wasn't.
Oh, God.
I mean, it was still an opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Parker was like 32nd in a lap down like earlier, so that's fine. I'm okay with it. It was a great recovery.
Shout out to his crew for not having the rain tires glued up, and then thank God there was lightning, so they could glue on the lug nuts.
Between that,
Steve Letarte was having an aneurysm over that in the booth. It was crazy.
Between that and then Chad Johnson on Sundays, I'm just lost. I don't know what to do. Like,
have you talked to our good buddy Joey Stefano?
Not yet. I mean, about Chad Johnson.
He's part
yes.
of the Chad Johnston support
Chad
club.
Johnson paid for all of the tires. He's gonna use all of the tires. We've been over
the Stuart Haas number 41 tire bill must be insane. The amount of times we took 4 tires at Martinsville when he had the fastest car and was mired in the pack, and they were just like, put 4 on. I like wanted to jump through a window. So bad.
Have you guys ever seen that famous drill tweet that's like food 200, data 150, rent 800, candles $3,600? Someone help me. I need to make a version of that, but it's Chad Johnson and it's like tires $3,600.
That's literally if you don't make it, I will find the tweet.
One of you needs to make it. And, hey, guess what account you're supposed to do? You know which one at Fake Racers.
I'm opening GIMP as we speak.
It's so good.
Matt will now be distracted the rest of the podcast.
That's fine. Worth it. Dude.
Ty Majeski. It was a great weekend to be Ty, apparently, but Ty Majeski finally won a truck race this year. They didn't choke. They did it.
Yeah, I couldn't believe they hadn't won a race yet.
So,
more you know.
Good for him, man.
Yeah.
I don't care about the truck series.
Who does?
Van Gisbergen ran okay.
He finished top 20
all day.
Didn't wreck the car. Improved on his qualifying spot. So,
yeah,
not bad.
He's gonna be fun next year, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Really need the NASCAR broadcast to stop being so weird about the one-timers coming in and being like, "Oh, these guys, this just shows how tough it is, and these guys aren't quite up to the challenge yet." It's like this is a lot of these guys' first race in a Cup car at this track.
One of these guys won his first race in the Cup car.
Yeah, Shane Van Gisbergen finished 10th, which is seen as a letdown because of the Chicago win, but it's his second time in a Cup car and he finished 10th. Yeah. And it wasn't
he beat one of his teammates too,
because his average finish is now 5.2 in a Cup car.
What were Kimmy's finishes in that car? Not good.
He ran well at Watkins Glen, but he crashed.
Yeah,
he ran well, as in he was running in the top 20, back half the top 20. Which again, okay, it's not to
running well.
Right. I know, but I just the jump with Shane in the cars.
We need to emphasize
I'm trying to show, and all I'm trying to
just
say.
How unprecedented Shane Van Gisbergen is right now.
Yes,
yes,
Brody Kostecki had a really good run too in the 33 going.
Yep, P20
in a backup car too.
Yeah,
he finished 22nd.
Looking right now.
I thought he finished right.
Yep, 22nd.
Yep,
22nd. Okay. He qualified pretty good though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he qualified 11th despite needing the backup car.
Mm-hmm. That 42 car, everyone talked about how poopy it was and how it looked like it was a mess. It finished 24th. I'm looking at it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Rockenfeller had solid speed. Kobayashi probably would have been right up there, but Ricky Stenhouse had a hit list of all the international drivers to take out.
He took out Jensen Button, and then he's like, "Let me get Kamui too."
That dude just hates F1 drivers.
I think he got in a shoving match with Andy Lally and Mike Rockenfeller too.
He did. He probably did.
Like, you know how sometimes they'll have the chart of like the people they're pitted around? He just had like a checklist that he was like, all right, there's another one. He's like, I'm not going to catch Van Gisbergen, so I got to find somebody else to hit. And it's funny too, because like Ricky's having quietly a really good season, and then it's like, oh no, he's still Ricky.
He's very. It's been this last half of the season has been very much. Oh, he's still Ricky.
Yeah.
It's been very much that.
Yeah.
And
that was the truck race.
Yeah. When Stenhouse ran over Kamui, NASCAR on Twitter, they posted Stenhouse's onboards right to their Twitter.
Oh my! They did the same thing with Blaney and AJ, and Blaney like blatantly dumped AJ. I don't know. There's not going to be a penalty for it because it's not Denny Hamlin, but like,
or Chase Elliott. I mean, or what do you mean?
It was just a joke.
Okay, all right. As long as it's just a joke.
Regardless, it blatantly dumped him. It was
Yeah.
like pretty obvious, and it probably should be a penalty, to be honest. But I don't. I don't.
AJ was going to wreck him, and then AJ never wrecked him. Like
that car has not been as good as they think. As good as they think it is on these road courses.
He just wheels it. All right. Well, that was
agricultural racing at the end too.
That was hot laps. Shout out to Joey Logano for absolutely bodying Justin Haley too. By the way, that was wild to do on lap 2.
Joey Logano was.
He was a menace. Joey Logano, like he is a menace.
He is a menace. I'm. It's getting to the point where it's like not funny anymore.
That's your defending Cup Series champion.
Like it's like before it was like Joey Logano is just an idiot and he's gonna do crazy stuff, and it's like sometimes it annoys me, but it's like at least it's fun. Now it's just like, dude, you're not like you have hair now. You gotta like get your act together. Like you gotta figure it out. I felt bad before.
He's got responsibilities. I know I've said this before, but like it genuinely feels like nobody won the Cup championship last year. Just because like Joey winning it was such an anticlimax. Everybody was like, "That's it.
This was the best season ever."
All that for a Joey Logano title.
I enjoyed this. Okay.
What a wet fart of an ending to the season. Like looking back, that's
remember when Ross
kind of sucks.
Remember when Ross wrecked Chase Elliott?
Oh yeah, destroyed him.
Yeah, that sucked.
Should have been a penalty.
Probably. Who else was in the final 4?
Bell.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Bell.
Don't care. All right, let's moving on. Let's go from the shop here.
Speaking of defending champions, Zane Smith. God damn it, Joe! I did. That was a perfect alley-oop, and you just airballed it.
Airballed it. Joe didn't even like look at the ball.
Yeah, he didn't even jump. It was just me throwing it.
I'm not a scorer, man. I don't score.
Joe's looking at the clock.
I play defense, man. Zane Smith is free to leave front row. He is free to find another opportunity. Front row announced that they're bringing back Michael McDowell and Todd Gilliland full-time in Cup Series next year. I wonder if Todd wishes that they would have just had him full-time in Cup this year, but, whatever.
Maybe. Where's Zane Smith going, Joe?
Who freaking knows, man? Is he going to the 10? Maybe.
Maybe. Who knows?
Is he going to go to the 42? Oh. Probably not.
Zane Smith money got to go somewhere, man.
That's the thing. He has money.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's the thing that doesn't make sense. Like, it's not like a lack of sponsorship.
They're not because he can't continue to be in the Truck Series. He can't stay there.
It seemed like they were done with Todd too. So I wonder like what it is that they chose Todd over him.
Todd's probably cheaper.
To
be fair. Yeah, and Todd also has performed where that car should perform. Like, it's not like he's underperforming.
Yeah. And
you can compare him to McDowell, who just went out and kicked everyone's ass on Sunday. But, I mean, I
also think that team really needs to, like, they've had a lot of stability in McDowell, but like that second driver has always been a rookie.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to keep building a team when, and this isn't really this is kind of like a harsher version of what I'm trying to say, but when you're like constantly trying to feed the rookie, you know, when you're trying to get the rookie up to speed, it's a lot of resources and time that goes into not building the team or not making the cars better. Trying to get a rookie up to speed, it cuts into that.
Who the heck drove it in 2019? I'm drawing a blank on this now. Oh, it was David Reagan still. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That doesn't count.
Yeah,
David Reagan's a rookie every year, so.
Yeah, true.
Next, it went David Reagan, John Hunter,
Alfredo, and now Gibb.
Crazy.
Gilliland, yeah.
Anthony Alfredo drove the 38 for a full season.
Yeah.
I forget that.
They replaced
I'm glad I do.
John Hunter Nemechek with Anthony Alfredo.
John Hunter Nemechek got sent back to the Shadow Realm.
Dude, the crazy thing
He wanted to, though. Like,
the thing I vividly remember in 2020 was that, like, through the first 10 races, John Hunter Nemechek was by far the best rookie in the Cup Series. Because that was when it was Custer, Bell, and Reddick, and John Hunter was outrunning all of them, and then, you know, kind of faded back into where the 38 normally runs as the year went on. But yeah, that's like outside of Todd Gilliland, that's like the only time they've really run well. So
there's a part of me that really wonders, like, if John Hunter was a little bit older, how good he would have been during the Gen 6 era. Because even when he filled in the 55 car, he was fast as hell. I forget what year that was. 13, 14?
Wait, John Hunter drove the 55?
no, he didn't.
Wait, what am I thinking?
You're thinking of Brett Moffitt, I think.
Brett Moffitt.
When did he drive?
You just confused Brett Moffitt with John Hunter Nemechek. I hope you realize that.
I don't know what like neuron in my brain misfired to like.
All
What
of
did
them.
John Hunter? What? Hold on, I need to look at John Hunter's racing reference to know. Like, I need to know like what I just made up in my head.
Yeah, I think you're thinking of Brett Moffitt when he was subbing for Brian Vickers
I'm
before Reagan
for
over
certain
there.
thinking of that in that instance. In
Which I mean,
case
to
he
be
was good in
fair,
that car.
they were in the truck series and both winning a lot of races around the same time, so makes sense.
John Hunter's old. I'm old.
How old is he? He's only 26.
That's old, man.
Anyway, yeah, Zane Smith getting let go from front row is weird.
Anyway,
I don't get it. He seems like an absolute like home run talent.
I don't think it's weird because I think there's something like Davey said to having or whichever one of you said it. Whoever said it.
Stability.
Yeah. Okay.
You would almost think that maybe they would try to start an Xfinity program, but I don't know.
I feel like it's too expensive.
Maybe, yeah, because I don't know.
Oh. We might know somebody. Might not. Oh.
I think Ford probably wants to keep Zane Smith in their system.
Okay,
and
so
I would imagine
does he go to Xfinity?
I think one of the SHR Xfinity cars is going to be open next year.
Do you think Cole Custer is going back to the Cup Series?
I think either Custer goes to Cup or they let go of Herbst. I think one of those two happens.
I once again want to say thank you to Riley Herbst for signing a hero card for me at the track last weekend.
Did his signature did he sign his hero card in like Arial font?
No, but that would be pretty cool.
Helvetica.
That'd be pretty cool if you could just write in like Times New Roman.
I'll have to find it. Mikey once told me that he bet my handwriting looks like Impact font, and it's weirdly insulting.
All right.
I'm just trying to think of like the most watered down font, and that's what Riley Herbst writes with.
Papyrus. God.
Noah Gragson, Legacy Motor Club officially part ways. Mike Rockefeller's in the car again this weekend, as he was this past weekend. Apparently, Noah asked for his release after it was reported on Tuesday that he was getting fired. Then it was, well, we're mutually parting ways.
Just like Penske and Kurt Busch mutually parted ways at the end of 2011, for sure.
Yeah, that one was so mutual.
Yeah.
Because Kurt Busch had a great ride lined up for the next year.
Yeah.
Noah Gragson's story still has a lot to be written, and he will have an opportunity to atone for what he did.
Yeah, somebody's gonna he will get a ride. It's
because
just a matter
he
of,
has enough talent, right? Like, no,
yeah,
I don't think anyone's saying that he's, bottom 5 talent in the Cup Series, even if that's where he was in point. Sorry, that was just a little jab.
Toss that in there, good lord.
I don't even know that could be wrong. But he deserves an opportunity to at least make up for his misgivings. On the other hand, people need to stop being weird, because go ahead and go boycott your Legacy Motor Club sponsors, like, I don't know, Wendy's and Black Rifle Coffee,
the U.S. Air Force,
Allegiant Airlines, which I don't even know if anyone flies Allegiant. Who else do they got? Oh, Club Wyndham. like, come on, guys. What are we doing here? It's funny.
Yeah, just more weirdness as usual.
Boycott Legacy Motor Club, apparently. Don't do that. Don't be weird.
Yeah. I'm gonna boycott the Air Force.
I'm not gonna let them fly their planes over my house anymore.
I do like that it's the same the same crowd that's like, if you kneel during the anthem, you're disrespecting the troops, but also fuck the Air Force for firing Noah Gragson.
Do you think this is like a gateway to being a sovereign citizen? It's like, this is a closed airspace above my house. It's like, do you think it's the same? Do you think it's like a pipeline direct to being a sovereign citizen?
Wasn't that an episode of like American Dad or something?
An episode of Jack Healy's life.
Well, is Jack going to be on Oops Sides, man?
Yeah, he said he was going to be on today.
Jack is a sovereign citizen.
All right, can we get a little podcast rivalry going, maybe? Davey and
that I'm on both of them.
Well, that's okay. But Davey against everyone else on Oops Sides.
Specifically Jack.
Well,
Specifically Jack.
That's the only one where there would be good arguments between.
Yeah.
And not good, I just mean entertaining.
Yeah, probably once he speaks, probably nothing you can post either.
I've had to edit a lot of Jack and Steven comments out of Oof Sides, yeah.
Yeah, that tracks.
And you wonder why there's only like 3 weeks worth of Oof Sides from last year.
It's because Matt had to edit out all the content.
I'm still editing.
Like by the time he had a usable episode that was like moderately safe for work, it was just like 48 seconds long.
I finished editing the episode and I was like, I've done it. And I turned around and like Pat Mahomes was holding up the second Super Bowl trophy, and I was like, ah, damn it.
Who do we think is going to be in that 42 car for the rest of the year? Because obviously there's weird stuff afoot with them switching to Toyota, so I don't think it'll be a Chevy development guy. I don't see Josh Berry getting in that car again because he's going to Ford. Like he was only in the car last at Michigan because like he was the only person available.
It was one of those things where Legacy was like, "Can anybody here drive?"
Josh, get in the car.
Anybody?
No, not you, De Benedetto. Someone else. Not you.
Yeah, and Josh did say over the radio it was the worst race car he's ever driven. So I don't think.
Yes, you mentioned that last week. You mentioned that last week. I added it to my Legacy is bad wall.
Yeah. What if it was just like Matt Kenseth came out of retirement again?
No. Not for Daytona.
Again.
Jimmy Johnson. He's back.
Honestly, I would not be surprised if Jimmy hops in it at least for a race.
Just rebrand the car to the 84. Just wipe the 42
I mean, honestly,
off
at this point, the 42's cursed. Stop running it.
Yeah, it's time to not run the 42.
Go to run the 44.
43 and 44 would be goated numbers.
Yeah.
Run the 48.
Yeah.
Alex Bowman, switch your number for the third time.
No, we'll just have 2 48 cars.
Just call up Mr. Hendricks and just...
Yeah.
He's not mad at you for leaving Chevy or anything.
Yeah, not at all.
Well,
hey, Rick, by the way.
It's kind of Chevy's fault, but...
Dude, how do you fumble that bag, man? Ooh. You got 2 7-time champions owning your team, and you're like, nah, we're not gonna give you any support, even though you guys want to pay for it. We're not gonna help you. Whew. Crazy.
Yikes.
That was crazy once. Jordan Anderson is returning to the Xfinity Series with Larry McReynolds as the crew chief at Daytona.
Larmac.
That's cool.
I just wanted
Time
to
to look at the
mention it.
trans.
It's kind of cool. There was
Jordan Anderson's
something.
cool.
There was something else that I was thinking about, and the Shane. Did we talk about Shane last week? About how the plan sounds like he's going to just do a mix of all 3 series.
I don't know if we did. I can't remember if we did.
Do we like
That
that?
sounds fun.
Do,
I like it.
Do we think
I
that's
think it's a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do too.
Yeah, because I think throwing him straight into the Cup Series full time is kind of just throwing him into the deep end. So
And keep the Trackhouse pipeline of Nice Motorsports to Colleague Racing to Trackhouse alive.
yeah,
I desperately hope that this means Red Bull comes back to NASCAR.
oh,
At
that'd
least
be
in-
so cool.
Desperately.
Yeah,
At least as a sponsor, right? Like, we don't need them owning the
Yeah.
team again.
Yeah, I don't need the team, but
Okay.
the team would be cool. I don't need the team. I do really love the idea of Red Bull coming back as a sponsor. Or, I mean, crazy idea. Everything goes well. Project 91 becomes Red Bull 91 or something. I don't know.
Do you think... What does this mean for Project 91? 'Cause I don't... The idea was to bring all these international drivers in, and you still do that?
Probably.
maybe.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I don't think... Because I think the idea would be like when he goes full time, it's a third Trackhouse car, not the Project 91 car.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, even for next year. Like, do you see anyone else getting in that car?
Why
I'd
not?
imagine Kimmy probably comes back because he said he really enjoyed it. So
Kimmy could come back. I don't think any of the guys that have already kind of gone with an existing entity. Like, I don't think Kostecki would come back to another team. I don't think like Kamui or anyone would come back with another team.
No, Kamui
But,
would
I
stay
mean,
with anyone Toyota. But
yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
But like I could see like I don't I could
Lewis
see
Hamilton.
other Lewis Hamilton will never drive anything other than an F1 car.
He's
I
scared.
genuinely believe that. I don't know if it's because he's scared. I just
I
think
think he's
that, like,
scared. Same thing with
I just
Max.
think genuinely when he's done with F1, he'll never drive another race car again.
Good for him. He
Yeah.
should.
Might as
But-
well. Why not? He should drive another race car because Project 91 is calling
Cool.
his name.
Cool.
That'd be pretty sick. Yeah.
Can we get... Who do you want in Project 91?
Just get Ricardo here already.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Ricardo's
Just get-
got to drive it at some
Just
point.
get Ricardo over here.
Especially if it becomes a Red Bull connection. Get
Exactly.
Red Bull, or get Ricardo over here.
I really want to see... Shoot.
What?
I don't remember his name.
How did you forget the name? You really want to see this person, and the name eludes you.
I'm tired, man.
What
give us a
do
hint.
they race?
I want to see... Like, I want to see some of the IndyCar guys. Right? Like, I want to see...
McLaughlin?
Yeah. But obviously that won't happen.
Oh, I wish it would though.
Yeah.
I can see it happening eventually because he did say he wants to run NASCAR.
Yeah, but he'd run with Penske.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, we're
And
just talking
I don't
about
know how
only
that
the
would
track
work.
house thing.
I don't know
Okay.
how that would work because Ford. I don't know if Ford would be like, or Chevy would be like, no, we don't want you driving a Ford, or Ford would be like, we don't want you driving because you drive Chevy. I don't,
Oh yeah, that might be. Kind
This probably would have been more likely 10 years ago. We're going off the rails here. I'm sorry, but this probably would have been more likely 10 years ago. But like a small part of me really would have loved to seen Valentino Rossi get a shot like that in a car that's that good. He would be entertaining to say the least.
Have you ever read about his Ferrari tests he did?
I heard he was quick.
He was genuinely on
In a
pace
Formula
with
One
like
car.
their drivers at the time, and it was famously I think he got approved for a super license but never signed the deal.
That's crazy.
Sebastian Loeb was supposed to drive for Toro Rosso at one point, but didn't get his
That's kinda
super
sick.
license for whatever reason. Because they were like, "Yeah, we know you've won 9 straight World Rally Championship trophies, but I don't know if you're F1 material yet." Yeah.
Boring.
That was from the shop. A lot of news there.
Yeah.
That was like.
That was
What if we call it a shop talk? That was like shop talk right there.
shop talk.
Yeah. I dig it.
All right. Bottom split moment of the week, Davey. What you got? I changed the order this week.
Bottom split moment of the week. Let me go through my photo gallery, see if there's any pictures I took of my bottom split moments of the week. Oh, I saw the absolute. I don't know if this counts as bottom split. I'll have to show you guys on camera. I put this in the USRL Discord in one of the threads for car pictures.
Whoa,
saw
that's
that
a big
driving
wing.
going to see meteors. It's just what are we doing? What is the wing?
Del Sol with like a giant wing on it.
Hoan called it a Del Supra. I was like crying in the passenger seat. It's the funniest thing ever. That's my bottom split moment of the week.
Oh my gosh.
My bottom split moment of the week was the tornado that decided to come through on Friday night.
Nice,
yeah.
dude. Yeah.
But we're okay. It didn't hit us.
Glad you're
I don't think it
okay.
hit anyone around here. I don't even know if it hit, but the Toyota sirens.
Go places.
Denny Hamlin's winning again. No, but the tornado sirens and stuff, that was not fun. Especially because I still hadn't trained Bristol to go down the stairs into the basement. I was a little worried about that.
That makes sense. Tornadoes are scary.
Tornadoes
They're
are
very loud.
scary. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sirens.
My bottom split moments of the week was Ford guy just trouble finding the 34 crew, because he had in the final laps Todd Gilliland wrecking not once but twice while his teammate was leading. And then Eric Almirola running like around 20th had engine issues and parked on pit road right in front of the start finish line, right in front of Michael McDowell's crew, and didn't cross the line and finished dead last because of it. So like while McDowell's crew is all running to the wall to go celebrate, they have to go around Eric Almirola's broken down car because he just posted up to watch.
Ford. Hey, guess what Ford stands for?
First on race day.
Found on pit road dead.
Fix it again.
Fix it again, Tony.
Matt, what was your road to pro moment of the week?
My road to pro, I had Alex Bowman's top 5 as my road to pro moment,
Okay.
but I got to think of a different one.
No, that's okay.
Because I already talked about that.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That can still be
They
a road to
finished
pro
the
moment.
race.
Yeah,
They did it.
they did it.
The entire like last hour that I was watching the race, I was just waiting for it to go wrong. So we're still alive.
Still alive, staying alive. Davey, what was your road to pro moment of the week?
The 48 cars fight back to the top 10 after being that far back and a lap down in the Xfinity race on Saturday. Thrilling.
Hell yeah. 48 squad.
Damn, Skippy.
Anyone want to ask me what my road to pro
Oh,
moment
sorry.
of the week is?
Joe, what was your road to pro moment?
Mine was Bristol taking a bath, and
Oh, wait, Brito Stinky.
but he took a bath,
Stinky boy.
and then instead of laying in the sun, he decided to lay in the shade to dry out. So, road to pro. It's a road.
Bristol silly boy.
I even put his bed out. Like he's got like one of those outside like beds, but it's kind of like it's like PVC piping, and then it's got like the stretchy. That way it's like elevated off the ground, so like air goes under it. So it's like cool for him. He wouldn't lay on it if it was in the sun. If it was in the corner in the shade, he'd lay on it. So, road to pro moment. Bristol taking a bath. And him also learning to go down the stairs into the basement the day after the tornado sirens went off, because that became a priority very quickly. So
Awesome.
Yeah. This weekend, NASCAR heads to Watkins Glen. Xfinity Series is first up Saturday. Davey, what do you got?
Oh, man.
You know you want to. Just do it.
It's been a minute.
Just
It's been
do
a
it.
minute since I've done this. but we need it. I don't want to have to watch Parker Clearman race his way into the playoffs at Daytona on Friday night in 2 weeks' time. I want to see him on TV winning at Watkins Glen. Parker Clearman is my pick for this weekend.
Big pick there. All right, Matt.
Yeah, we need the sound effect. Hold on.
The name Parker Retzlaff just sounds like the name of a road ringer. I'm not going with that. I just wanted to point that out.
Good thing you're not, because this.
Yeah. Oh my God, who do I want to go with? I'll go John Hunter. I'll take the easy one.
Boo, boo, boo. I'm gonna take. This guy. He has been an ace on the road courses this year. He's gonna get that win. He's gonna get that dub. He likes ice cream. He likes frozen custard. Custer.
Boo, 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 boo.
Cup Series is at Watkins Glen Sunday. Matt, you want to pick first?
No, not really.
Okay. Davey, do you want to pick first?
I'm kind of scared.
Yeah, I'm going to take Chase Elliott.
Damn it! How about Kyle Busch?
Oh, Kyle Busch? Oh, KB?
Kyle Busch.
Kyle Busch.
I'm gonna say back to back for old McDeasy. Give me Michael McDowell.
Could you imagine?
Bubba Wallace fans are begging. Bubba Wallace fans are on their hands and knees praying for that.
With the power of God and anime on his side.
Michael
McDowell likes anime?
Doubles down.
Have you ever seen that meme, Joe? It's like this kid and he's got like a tube and he's like, "Don't mess with me. I have the power of God and anime on my side." And he just starts screaming.
Sounds like one of Michael McDowell's kids.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Probably.
What?
Oh, God.
Well, Michael McDowell's like, he's got like K-Love Christian radio on his car. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like,
It was
and he's
funny.
a family man.
It was funny.
Not saying it wasn't.
Also, before we go, should I do Matt's Moto minute before we wrap
Oh,
up?
that's right. Hold on. Let me write down a time code to put so I can cut this.
I was thinking I need to find just
All
like a royalty-free like
here we go.
butt rock song that's exactly a minute long and I play it on my soundboard.
All right, Matt, you have 1 minute starting now.
All right. Motocross was in Unadilla this week. It was round 9. Jet Lawrence advances to 18-0 as a rookie in the 450 Motocross Series. Chase Sexton once again has no racecraft and crashed battling for the lead and allowed his teammate to win again. Jet also fittingly on the 18 clinches the title with his 18th consecutive win, which is kind of insane. Also, shout out to Adam Cianciarulo, went 4-6 on the day. In the 250s, not last week, 3 weeks ago, Hayden Deegan went 1-1 for the first time in his career, and everybody was like, "Oh my God, it's Hayden Deegan's time to win the title!" And then he grenaded his motor in the first race and finished 10th in the second one. And Hunter Lawrence went 2-2 and took an overall win. And now Hayden's basically out of the championship. So now it looks like it's going to be Honda guys sweeping all 5 titles this year. And I don't know if I had anything else to say other than that.
Perfect. 10 seconds to spare. Matt's Moto Minute here on the Fake Racers podcast. Yeah. Folks, we can't thank you enough for watching, for listening, for talking with us every week. We did want to do a fan engagement segment, but we're not going to this week because I forgot about it until this very moment. So I apologize for that. We are a professional outfit, and we should do better. We will in the future. That's my promise to you.
What are we doing?
Davey, where can people follow you on social media?
Ugh.
Matthew.
Same.
When's the next Sides coming out? What's episode 1 recording tomorrow as we speak, right? Is that
more than likely? I got some errands I have to run after work tomorrow, but if not, we're gonna record tomorrow or the week after that. We got time because we're still in the preseason, obviously. But Sides coming back.
Sides coming back weekly here on JTN2 Wednesdays, and also to your podcast feeds. Because I'm going to make Matt absolutely hate recording a football podcast. Or Thursdays. Maybe they'll come to you Thursdays. We'll give them an extra night. I don't know.
I'm probably just going to make myself edit and upload it on Tuesdays. So
wonderful. Look at that. He's going to do it. He's going to do it quick.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what you love to hear? That. Folks, we can't thank you enough for watching the Fake Racers podcast. Remember, you can follow at Fake Racers on X/Twitter, whatever you want to call it there. You can also follow at Johto Network on that platform, as well as Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. Maybe you're watching the shorts on our TikTok or Instagram shorts or Reels feed, or on YouTube shorts. Thank you. Anyway, you can interact with us. Tell us you hate us. Argue with us. We don't care. Just interact with us so we can get a good gauge of what we're doing here, what we can do better. Always like feedback, and good, positive, negative, impartial. Just don't be weird. It's our only criteria. But folks, again, can't thank you enough for watching the Fake Racers podcast, for listening to the Fake Racers podcast, for sitting here with us for the last hour, and we will see you guys next time. Guess what? On the Fake Racers podcast. Goodbye.
Later.